Let's talk about guitar tone in this video, and I want to give you my top tip for developing your guitar tone. And it's based off past experience. If I could go back and take my own advice on this back in time, I would do. And it's probably not what you would think it is. So the tip is actually less to do with amp sounds and settings / effects, and more to do with these things here, your hands. So back in the day, I used to spend a lot of time playing with effects and playing with my amp settings all the time. Nowadays, I spend barely any time doing that. If you put a lot of great guitar players in front of any amp without any effects, you'll find that they will still sound good and they'll still sound like themselves. My top tip is try and work on finger tone as opposed to utilizing effects to develop your tone. That doesn't mean don't use effects. It means try and dedicate a little bit of your practice time to playing without any effects on at all, maybe other than a bit of drive or distortion. For instance, I used to play a lot and I still do because I love the sound of these, I used to play a lot with delay and reverb on my guitar because I love the sound of those, particularly with lead guitar. What I found was I was clicking them on autopilot whenever I was playing lead guitar, and it sounded really great, and they filled in the space a lot with my lead playing and my sound. However, when I was in situations where I didn't have them, so I might turn up to a jam night or something like that, and I'd be like, and I'd plug into someone else's amp, and I'd be like, the tone sounds awful. What I actually found is, it's not that it was awful, it's just that I didn't play enough lead without effects. I became so reliant on them that playing without them, my actual fingers themselves were lacking a lot of tone. They were sounding not bad, but a bit boring, basically. So now, within my practice time, I try and spend a third of my time playing, improvising and jamming without any effects on whatsoever, other than the effects that are built into the amp, so like the channels settings basically, so distortion or clean. I'll play without any reverb on and without any delay on, and I'll spend time trying to define my tone there. Trust me, do it, and you will thank yourself for it in the future. It's something that I'm still having to work on constantly because I was so reliant on using effects all the time, and it'll develop some great feel into your guitar playing as well. So my top tip for developing your guitar tone is, believe it or not, it's all in your fingers. Take all of the effects off and just every now and then jam straight as it is, either on a clean setting or a distorted setting with nothing else, and work that vibrato.